Hi everybody, it's Leanne with today's live video. Let's see. Every Tuesday, I'm trying to get my laptop synced up and talk at the same time, and I guess that doesn't work. Every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central Time, I host a free video and class to inspire and teach you about stamping techniques, fun folds. That is my jam. What I like to do. So, okay, here we are. I got it. Hi, Jean. First one on. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we have a beautiful fall day. It maybe froze a little bit here in Minot, North Dakota. We've had a wonderful October though so far. The leaves, there's still a lot of leaves on the trees. And we haven't had snow yet, knock on wood. So we are enjoying our fall season a lot and putting off snow as long as possible. Been pretty windy though, but that knocks the leaves off the trees and hopefully we can get them cleaned up before snow comes. Then they're not buried on the grass and whatnot. So anyway, thank you gals for popping in and watching today. Good morning. And this video will also be posted on my YouTube channel, which is under Flowerbugs Ink Spot. And you can find me there. And please follow me either on my Facebook page here or on my YouTube channel, or both. There's a lot of places to follow. You can also follow me on my blog. I have a tutorial, a glue stand kits shop, and then I do newsletters every few weeks. Right now I'm doing my 12 weeks of Christmas. And if you're wanting to get in on that, you will want to subscribe or opt in for email updates. And that is on my blog on the right side, right here, flowerbug.net. On the right side, it says get email updates, and then you will receive my 12 weeks of Christmas. So I think I've sent out 2 so far. So yeah, there's a free project sheet every month, and I go over just a few specials. It's very short, very short. Okay. What to start with? I'm going to start with the inventory status report. So we are still out of the red and white peppermints. Now they pushed it back a week. It should have been available this week, but you know, last time that happened, they came early. So if you really, really want them, you almost have to go online and look every day or so, because the last time they came back, they lasted just a few hours. One thing, if you are on my list to get a kit, especially if you opted in for both, or the A Little Bit Festive Mix and Match kit, that will not be shipped out until early November. I can't order that designer paper pack until November 4th. Hopefully it'll come in earlier. I don't like to wait that long to send out my kits. You usually go out the end of the month, which would be end of October. So this will be a little late for that one and those who opted in for both. So I apologize for that. I'm just hoping, I'm watching and hoping they come in early like they have in the past. So yesterday they announced a new special, and it is a Close to My Heart sale. So you know, we have, if you haven't been into our online store, we have Close to My Heart products. When we joined with Close to My Heart, they went out of business, and Stampin' Up! Bought some of their products, and there is a lot, especially of 12 by 12 cardstock. There is some memory protectors, some that they call flip-flaps, word strips, more cardstock, and their cardstock is two-toned. Their names are, of course, different: Ballerina, Mink, Periwinkle, Tea Rose, Whimsical Peach. They have whole scrapbooking workshop kits that include dies and stamps and everything you need to make a bunch of layouts plus albums. And then there are stamps and dies. And let's see, here is another set of stamps and dies, just dies. Here's another garden, let's see, Secret Garden paper packet and sticker sheet. So designer paper with sticker sheets to make scrapbook pages or cards. But there's a lot. So if you are especially a scrapbooker, you will want to go to the online store and look at Close to My Heart. All of these items are 30% off while they last. Now, the sale starts tomorrow, October 16th. So yeah, scrapbookers, good deal on some scrapbooking products and maybe just some pretty papers and cardstock. So yeah, that is a new special that starts tomorrow. Now, if you are a scrapbooker, we also have a lot of, well, 4 brand new scrapbook workshop kits, they call them. But you can get individual stamp sets, or like here's Halloween paper. That's the Halloween one. Then we have, let's see, the Christmas one, the Snow Day stamp set. We have different cardstock packs of 12 by 12 designer paper with sticker sheets. That's a whole separate item. Lots of new things, and these are great for cards and scrapbooking. So don't rule out just, don't think they're just for scrapbooking. So yeah, gorgeous things, and like I said, there our new cardstock. They also have started carrying White Willow, which is Close to My Heart's white daisy paper that they used to carry. But their cardstock in 12 by 12, sorry, is two-sided, so it's two-toned. So you can use the lighter side or the darker side, and they have quite a few different colors separately and in combo packs. So you really need to go online now and then to see what is happening there. Now the clearance rack came out a couple weeks ago. All these X's mean they're gone. So, but there's still a lot left. This page is pretty much gone. This one too, but there's still a ton left of either ribbons, designer paper, some punches, some retired cardstock. There's even some blends, markers, and embellishments. So check out the clearance rack. Things have been reduced from like 8 something to $3. So yeah, it's really good deals. The other current special we have, there's a couple more. These are the kits that are on sale. Now remember, our kit collection are all, let's see, what do you want? All inclusive. That's what I want to say. So welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate you spending a little bit of your morning with me, or your afternoon if you're watching later. These are all the kits that are online in our kits collection. And they are anything from tags to card making to, we have, let's see, boxes and home decor. And then we have a few card keeper kits. We have a card keeper kit, and we also have a card organizer. So fabulous gifts, and these are up to 30% off right now. So that ends the end of October. And then we get to the starter kit special. So who would like to get 20 to 25% off all of your purchases? So that is what the starter kit means. You do not have to sell. You do not have to hold events. You just can enjoy the discount. Now, if you want to start making a little bit of extra money, you certainly can hold some classes or events, or like kit-togethers. Those are the best, where everybody has buys a kit and you just make it together. So easy. And why not get it at a discount and make just a little bit of money, or save money, whatever. So if you're interested, please let me know. I'd love to add more of you to my team. We have a great time together, but it is $99, and then you get to pick out $155 in product of your choice. That includes kits or Close to My Heart items, or clearance rack items, anything from the holiday catalog, the annual catalog, all up to $155, and you're only paying $99 plus tax. Shipping is free as well. So yeah, there will be a link to join on the description of this video. So, or just message me if you have questions. Okay, now last week's door prizes were a set of classic matte dots and a set of balloon or hot air balloon cards. So this is for sharing, and this was for commenting. And the winners are, let's see, Barb Keller won the cards, and Karen Quillen won the classic matte dots. So congratulations, gals. So thank you very, very, very much for sharing, commenting, watching. I really appreciate that. When I get lots of comments and shares, that kind of makes my day, makes doing the videos worth it. So anytime you can help me get the word out on my videos, if you like them, share them with a stamping friend or on your page. Maybe you'll find out some of your friends actually do want to stamp. All right, so today's door prizes are a set of opaque faceted gems, and I believe these are still on the clearance rack. So I think these were either from the spring catalog or celebration last year. So that's for commenting. And for sharing, oh, I'm excited about this because I had so much fun with these when they were available. This is the Abundant Beauty set of masks, and it is a sunflowers, leaves. There is a leaf stencil all over leaves. There is a snowflake one and a buffalo plaid. So all of that, this was on the clearance rack. I'm not sure it's still there, but here's a project that I made last year with it. That is just ink and sponging. The only thing stamped is that greeting right there. So it's just a gorgeous way to create sunflowers. So if you are a sunflower fan, you'll want to share to get in on the drawing for these stencils. They're just beautiful. Okay, so that's door prizes for this video. Now, what do I have left? Besides our three projects today, I also have my team swaps that I will be sharing today. So we are going to be featuring the Season of Elegance specialty paper, actually the suite. So the suite includes 2 stamps or bundles. I'm going to use this one mostly today. And then it has an embossing folder, some gold textured adhesive back dots, and of course that gorgeous Season of Elegance specialty paper. I still have a few of these kits to go left in my shop, and that is at theflowerbugshop.com. I'm running a little low on this one, so there's only probably 3 or 4 left. It is gorgeous designer paper. Wait till you see the projects. So the Peaceful Season bundle that I'm using today comes with the dies. It has this Christmas layer die. So I put together this little display, and you can see that you could use it this way, cutting out your Christmas and putting a layer behind it, or layering these 2 Christmas dies. One is a background and one is the detailed. So then they have these wonderful dies that you can put ribbons in the little slots, and you'll see how I use this one in the project and this one. And I'm going to layer this one and put 2 of them together to get a layered look. So I'm going to show you how to make these cards, and we're going to do that layered look first. And let me get my packet out. These projects were what we made at my team meeting this weekend. So here we go. And all right, so this is Pretty Peacock, one of my favorite colors for any season. Okay, so here's the card. You see that? It is glitzy. Beautiful with the texture. The texture is all the way through on the designer paper. So we are going to, now I have a layer inside, and my typical layer inside is using my template where I can get 5 at a time. There's another larger one where it's 3 5/8 by 4 7/8, and that might be what this is. I can't remember, but you can get these 5 and another 5, just a hair larger, that layer, and I've done that in the past. And I might do one of those projects again soon, because I haven't done those 5 at a time cards for a long time. Okay, so before we texture this, we're going to adhere this. I'm going to move this inside layer away. We're going to adhere this designer paper to the basic beige cardstock. If you haven't purchased, or if you don't have any of this basic beige yet, you should consider getting it. It is such a gorgeous neutral. Just beautiful. Okay, I'm going to scoot that aside for a second. Bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And get that out of there. Okay, so this is the, I'm trying to think what, cutting plate 4. And that is what you want for these 3D embossing folders. So I think I'm going to do it right here. Close that. You always want to put your hinge in first when you're embossing, and try not to put your cardstock way into the hinge. Repeatedly doing that can wear on your hinge. So this is simply the base layer for my cut and emboss machine. Then I use the plate number 4. It makes it so simple. I know so many people struggle with what layer do I use for these thick ones, and then what layer do I use for my thin ones, and they're always waffling between the two and trying to figure out which is which. And just get plate number 4 and use your base. So easy. And it's in the annual catalog. And there we go. There is our textured layers. Now before we do anything else, now on my card I used the assorted, baker's twine, I think it was vanilla, and I kind of ran out. So I am going to use linen thread, and this is how I do that. Oh, it went away. So I put some tape runner right there, and then I put some tape runner here and kind of catch it and make sure that that's in the right place. Yeah, it's pretty close. Oh, could be tighter. Okay, so instead of going around, why not save and just press? You could use glue dots as well. Press on there and go around. And I'm going to make sure it's in the right place. And press again. So much easier, and you're saving a lot of your either ribbon or twine when you double back like that. Does that make sense to you? Yeah, it's so much simpler. And well, I don't know if it's simpler, but it is a nice way to save a little bit. Okay, we will add our adhesive. Try and get some of that linen thread just in case. Leave that open. Put that on our card base. This I think is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Very simple layers for this card. Okay, so for the Christmas, I will use my liquid glue. I did not use the, what is it called, adhesive sheets, because I'm pretty good at smearing thin little bits on my dies. And I use the tip just to smear it a little bit. Okay, I love this in gold. Okay, now what I did was when I die cut these out, you get a little tiny dot stuck to my finger for the eye. So I saved those, and people, my gals had to find those dots to add to their project. So just drop that on. There we go. There's our Christmas. Now to get this layered, well, first I'm going to stamp this. I will use the Peacock ink and the Mary. So this is one of the dies in the Peaceful Season dies. Okay. Before I do that, I'm going to stamp the inside, and I think I'm using a different stamp because I have another one that I'm using in that same stamp in another color. So I pulled out this one. Wishing you all the things that warm your heart and lift your spirits. There's some great sayings in this set. Okay, I think I'm done with Peacock ink. I'll show you that set again that I'm using. while I do this. Okay, all right. So I'm going to do this first, I think. Now, I did not bring my mini dimensionals, so I guess I will cut some of my edges. And use those. Oops. And I want a little thin one for, yeah, I'm gonna have to cut one of these. Even if I had my minis, I think I would have to cut it for that piece right there. All right, so peel off and attempt to get it as straight as I can. Okay, so how to layer this, you probably know already, because you could easily just do that and have the layer either above or below, which is fine, absolutely fine. But I wanted it both, upper and lower. So basically I cut this in half, and yes, it is very skinny, very, very skinny. So how to do that, keep them together so you know what's what. And add tape runner to the back of this. You could use glue, but I find tape runner much friendlier. I'll just sneak some of that shows on the front away. All right, so I start with one at a time and just press. I should do this so you can see, just in case it's off camera. And just press, and then do the other one. And just press. How easy is that? And it's now layered. This one, I think I can move a little bit more evenly. Okay, and then we'll do more of the dimensionals so this doesn't stick, because it could very easily stick. Let's see, that piece there. How many of you use the edges of your dimensionals? Don't throw them away. Those edges work. They are sometimes the perfect answer. Okay, try and get this straight. It looks a little bit crooked because of the high-low of this. So this could drop just a little bit. All right, and then this is part of the suite, and these are gold texture adhesive back dots, which are also included in my kit to go. You'll get a share of these. So I put one on each end of the banner, and that is it. That is the card. So very simple, very actually fast once you get everything cut out. So you can't really tell the difference too much between the linen thread and the vanilla. I don't mind that. It kind of matches the beige nicely. Okay, all right, so next card, I think I'm gonna save the fun fold for last to make you hang around a little bit. All right, this is our next one. And this is Cherry Cobbler, and again, basic beige. Let's get our pieces out here. Okay, so yeah, the fun fold that I have to share today is really, really fun. It is unique. I don't think I've seen one before. So I hope that you'll hang in and stay with me. So I have a lot of pieces here. Oh, and I should have textured this. Hold on. I'm going to texture. Well, I can do it right here. I just need to get my plate out, or my plaid embossing folder out. And I'll show you a trick with the plaid embossing folder. This is that huge one. So I like my plaid kitty wampus. I think it's a fun way to do this. So when I put and that's a 4" by 5 1/4. When I put that on there, it's well, kitty wampus. So add that to that and run it through with my handy plate number 4. I love that. It just makes it so easy. I should have done that before. Okay, so we will start with our layers. So we have this one kind of off. I'm just gonna place them where I think they will sort of go. Okay, now one thing I've seen people do is take, since if they're happy with this, they could take either Scotch tape or your tape runner, put those together so they stay. And I'm just going to continue adding some adhesive, and they should stay put. Okay, I can see this one's just a little bit crooked, I think. Okay, all right, so let's stamp this with that pretty greeting. And we are using Cherry Cobbler ink. Now, one thing about Cherry Cobbler and clear, as you can see, it does stain. So right after I use this, I will clean it. I have my chamois right over here beside me. That helps prevent worsening staining. And please don't ever press hard, because if you get your ink into the grooves, you almost can't see what the words are because it'll get stained everywhere. So a little tip, try not to do that. Now let's do our inside. Whoops. While I have my ink out. And I have two that kind of go together, wishing you and yours a season of wonder and happiness. So that's what I'm going to do. Start with the wishing you and yours. And I stamp off and clean right away. That prevents my chamois from getting so dirty, full of ink, and then I can't really clean things anymore. There you go. Ooh, that is crooked. I'm starting over. Oh, what is that? Ink. Well, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and cover that up and stamp something right on that. See if I can do better this time. Oh, fumble fingers. Probably should stamp the long one first anyway. There we go. Okay. Now we're done with the stamping, so I can put that away. And that will go inside, and I can do that right away. So I hope you hang in, because I have a really neat fun fold card that I have never done before. It's actually part of my kit to go, so those of you who are getting a kit to go will be interested in watching that. Okay, so I cannot adhere this yet because I have to wrap this ribbon through here. So what I decide to do, so I'm going to have ribbon on those two areas. Can add some tape runner or glue dots. Fold the ribbon in half, sneak it through that little slot, and then press. Now you could also take this two pieces and go all the way through and across, but for some reason I thought, and that's what I did on here, but when I was cutting out for my team members, I didn't do it that way. I gave them two pieces, which were a little bit shorter, so we had to come up with this solution, but it works. Okay, so now, and I need to go make sure those are crisscross. There we go. Press those really firmly, and I will add some dimensionals on those. But for now, well, actually, I do need to add dimensionals first. This is one way to add this, these layers. We'll just do 4. To add these threaded ribbons through here and have them still go across the card. Is that straight? Get straight. Okay, so my usual method of adhering my ribbon tails is to do that. Just make sure they're kind of separated. And this one, just press on your tape runner. Glue dots will work just fine as well, but that is how I do it. When you're using textured cardstock from an embossing folder or foil, it is prudent to use a strong glue like a liquid glue. Makes a big difference. So there we go. Now you could certainly add gems to this, and I didn't, but it would be pretty with gems as well. But isn't that a beautiful card? Yeah, that paper just turns everything truly elegant. It really, really does. Okay, next up is our fancy fold, and it's a neat one. I'm going to show you the card I received. This is my inspiration. So this is a fun fold card I received from Jill Olson. It can be a gift card. Okay, isn't that neat? So see how you can see the sneak of a different designer paper through this. So this card, I believe, is 7 3/4 wide. And then you score it in 2 different places. And this designer paper is adhered only to that last little skinny cardstock layer. So it's very different. So the card we're making is this one. So this tree die is from the Encircled in Nature dies, and they are gorgeous. I'll be sharing some projects with that soon because I made one for my swap. Well, I'll show it to you in a little bit, my swap card using this beautiful tree set. So this is our card. Now the piece just does not want to stay closed, but that's what we got. So this one I used a different punch in here. I'm not sure I'm going to put a gift card in this one. I think I'm going to just leave it plain like that, but let's get started. Okay, so my pieces are right here. I did pre-tie my bow and save a little bit of time. So this is 5.5 tall and I believe 5 1/4 wide. And you score it. Oops, I'm gonna score it this way. I'm gonna do it the same as the card because I like that kind of peak, that like, ooh, it's glitzy inside. Because I mean, you see the glitz outside, but then you're like, oh, kind of a nice surprise. Okay, so here's our card base. Use our bone folder on these layers. And if you want to make them stay even better, use it on both sides. Okay, so we will add our designer paper to these layers. Ooh, that got a little bit close to the edge. And I think this is like 3/4. I could be wrong, but again, the measurements will be on the project sheet, likely next Monday or Tuesday. That's when you'll be able to download the project sheet. Put this way. This is Old Olive with Mossy Meadow. That's the colors in here, of course, with the gold foil. Okay, so let's do our stamping. Okay. Should have, here we go. We will use Mossy Meadow ink and stamp. This is from the Stylish Shapes dies, and of course you want to stamp off to the side. Circles are kind of hard, like what's straight, you know? So, and then that gorgeous set of trees will be adhered to that. But before I do that, let's stamp the inside. Just have to find the one yes, the Friends and Family. And that's in Cherry Cobbler because we're adding those pine boughs. So you want to add 2 colors, and that really brings the colors together, these 2, green and red. A little bit low so you have room for your pine bough. Stamp off. Clean in my chamois that's off to the side here. Okay. And the pine bough, I just used one of them, is from the Golden Greenery set. And that is an online exclusive, so you can only see it online. Okay. We will do, is that inked well? Just double check that here, and then don't re-ink and stamp twice. So easy. I love that with pine boughs and whatnot, and pine cones, and where you can just re-ink or not re-ink and stamp. Okay, so this will go in here. I'll do this the normal way instead of the way that bothers people. When I put the glue on here, I know that a lot of people cannot do that, but it's natural for me. Okay, so this layer will go here. Now you will want to, in fact, I'm going to adhere this. Well, you know what? I'm not going to adhere it all the way. Just in case I want to add a gift card, it'll sneak out if I don't add a gift card. You can still, there's a little pocket here. Okay, so what you want to do is add adhesive only to this edge, and then add your beautiful paper, and it's bottom to top right away folded in. So it could even be a little bit deeper, but I don't think it's required. So that is the card. Now I do have on this piece, let's first adhere this. So when I've done a lot of cards with these trees, and I just add thin little smears. Again, I use my tip to smear my glue and get a little bit at the top of these, and then just spread it so it doesn't ooze out. That is the secret. If you are not feeling proficient with our glue, just use your tip and spread it. Now I want to make sure that these are straight, because trees don't usually grow crooked very often. Okay, so here's a little cherry cobbler strip, and I will just use my scissors to add something interesting to the edge. Make sure it fits, and just add my adhesive. Just a little something to pull in these colors. And again, I'm going to add my adhesive to just part of this. I love this card. I think it's so beautiful. And then when you add your bow, you want to use mini glue dots, because mini glue dots and ribbons are best friends. Do not forget that. You always, it's just, don't ever use liquid glue on a bow. It just spreads and it can look not very good. Sometimes it affects the color of the ribbon. And then just a few of these pretty gems. Oh, they would hardly even show. You know, I don't think I'm going to add them. I think this one is fine because the ribbon is folded in a little different way. So I think that's just fine. Okay, there is the card. Now, if you join me late, we used the Peaceful Season bundle, and here are all of the cards that we did. So I love, love, love this bundle. I think it's just gorgeous. Just beautiful. So yeah, if you need to order anything, please use my host code. There's my current host code. If it's over 50, I think it's $55, you get some free gems from me. So yeah, so actually no, they're not gems, they are golden woven leaves. That is my gift for online orders this month. So yeah, all right, so thanks so much everybody. I appreciate you joining me, spending a little bit of your time with me, and I hope I inspired you to get thinking about your Christmas cards this year if you haven't already. All right, thanks so much. I appreciate you watching. Have a great day and happy stamping.